I've been thinking about you all the time, but that's alright. I'm starting to get used to it, think I'll survive. I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another.
Oh my god, I am absolutely sweating. Okay, let's clear the face and let's begin. Hello my favourite people, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, we're going to be doing a wedding sort of style makeup, whether that be a wedding guest, bridesmaid, the bride, whatever. It's going to be wedding makeup. So I'm going to start off with some cotton pads, and I'm basically going to use some micellar water just to clear off any crack that's on my skin. This is the Kiko one, by the way. It's really hot today, however yesterday was like hella cloudy, but now the sun is coming out. Wow, I didn't long ago just wash my face. Because I have gone and cleaned the skin, I'm now going to go in with a toner. This is one by Lush. It's called Breath of Fresh Air. It has aloe vera in there as well, which is super nice and soothing, especially around this time of year, because I don't know about you guys, but when it's summer, I tend to get more spotty. Now, the only reason I'm showing these steps is just because prepping the skin is really important. If you're going to be wearing your makeup for a long amount of time, we need to make sure you have given yourself the best base you can possibly start off with. Then I'm taking the La Roche-Posay B5, and this is a hyaluronic acid, which is really going to help keep my skin looking plump and moisture and all that good stuff. Apologies if you hear any background noise, guys. I have had to open the window. As I mentioned, it is hot here, so it might be a little bit loud. Did you hear that my bike? And take that onto the neck as well. Moisturizer time. This is Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer Cream. I'm actually running low on this. I'm going to probably use my last scoop right now in all honesty. But yeah, so let's take that onto the neck as well. Whenever you do your moisturizer, it is really good to go up. Next step is going to be some eye cream. This is pretty much like my morning routine, except I don't use the micellar water. I will use actual like face cleanser. But I'm basically just going to pop some of this Banana Bright eye cream. Because of course, like I mentioned, if you're going to a wedding, you're going to have your makeup on for a fair amount of time. We're going to start with the face. I just feel like skin makeup is really important on a wedding. So I'm going to take some of the Pore Professional Pearl Primers. This is a pearl one. I just feel like it's not as mattifying as the Pore Professional, although I love them both. I just feel like this one works a little better for my skin. Now, I'm not going to apply this everywhere because I do want to keep that really nice radiance to the skin. However, in areas like this, on the cheeks, we're definitely going to need it. A little bit in between those brows, on the center of the forehead, basically where I'm going to get shiny or more prone to get creasing. So as you can see, I'm going into those laugh lines. Whether you're a guest or you're the bride yourself, I feel like foundation is really important. So take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, because of course you need to find a foundation that works best for your skin type. I've got my little tray here, and I'm going to mix two foundations together. I just feel like these work amazingly well. This is one of my all-time favorite foundations. It looks disgusting right now, I know, but this is the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. I personally think this is such a gorgeous foundation. I'm going to give that a little bit of a shake, and I'm just going to do 1 pump and a half, and then we're actually going to take the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is a famous foundation, let's be honest, like loads of celebrities love this foundation, and I'm literally just going to take another 2 pumps of that. So as you can see, I've got a little bit there. They're going to be doing another Love Island show, which is going to be in South Africa. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like when they do that, because they're going to be doing more, don't get me wrong, it's more interesting for the viewer, but I feel like the actual contestants aren't going to have as much time to like have their moment and shine, I guess, because obviously, you know, when like all these people leave the villa, like loads of companies just try and grab them up really quick, of course, because they're kind of like fresh to fame, if that makes sense. I feel like because they're going to be doing more and more, the people who actually go in the villa aren't going to have their like moment as such. I don't know, what do you guys think? And also there's been a lot of people who are saying they're not actually going to watch the next season. If I'm honest with you, this was not my favourite season. Last year I did my dad's wife's makeup. The year before that I did my boyfriend's mum's makeup and his sister's makeup for her wedding. His mum's wedding, that is. And then this year I'm going to be doing my sister's makeup for the wedding. And you know what's funny? I always say to people, I normally do not like working at weddings I'm attending. I try to avoid it. I just feel like if I'm attending somewhere, I want to be in the moment, I want to have fun, and I want to really be involved in the memory. However, when you got to work at a wedding, you kind of feel like you're in that mode where you want to get them ready. I remember, oh my god, okay, let me tell you the story. Let me find my contour first of all before I get carried away with myself. As always, taking a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. These are brilliant, and I'm actually going to go in with a Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. I know, Whenever I bring this bad boy out, it always reminds me of my teenage years. Whenever you go in with a cream and then you set it in place with a powder, you're basically sandwiching it in. You're locking it in place. It's there and it's not going to budge as much, you know, so it just kind of helps you set it in place and ensure it lasts a little bit longer throughout the day. As I was saying, I was going to tell you a story. Maybe around 3 years ago now, I went to Sean's mum's wedding. She didn't really want a lot of makeup for her wedding. She wanted something like really soft and that, and I thought, you know what, I'll do it for her. And then I also did his sister's makeup, who was the bridesmaid. We had to go there on the day, and their wedding wasn't going to be until like late afternoon kind of thing, so that normally works out fine with timing. But on the way there, we actually kind of got lost. My main concern when I had arrived was making sure the bride felt amazing and that she was done, and then of course doing his sister's makeup. So I started on his sister's makeup first of all, just because she wants something a little bit more glam anyway. Time was just running by and I didn't even have that long to do them and then go and get myself ready. So by the time I'd finished them, I had to go back to my room, have a shower, try and do my hair and do my makeup in around half an hour, 40 minutes. Guys, when I tell you my hair, I tried to straighten it but it wasn't straight. Like, it was so frizzy. Don't get me wrong, no one really noticed it, but I kind of knew that my makeup was crap, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't matter because it's not about me on that day. It's got nothing to do with me at all. But the main concern, of course, was making sure that the bride was looking gorgeous, which she did. After that, I was like, I don't think I actually want to work at a wedding that I'm meant to be attending. And then I think it was the following year, or maybe the year after, my dad got married. So I ended up doing his wife's makeup just because she wanted something really minimal and soft. And I didn't really want her spending money on something that was fairly easy to do. And now this year I'm doing my sister's makeup. So this whole not working at a wedding I'm attending hasn't really gone great for me. So I'm just going to brighten my under eyes a little bit, and to do that I'm going to take in one of the new Charlotte Tilbury correctors. This one is in 2 medium and it's a really nice sort of peachy under eye corrector, and honestly it's brilliant. Really love it. I actually got gifted this when I went to a Charlotte Tilbury event, and guys, I got to meet her. What the hell. So I'm not gonna lie, I did fangirl a little bit. I won't even act like I didn't. I definitely did. If you have dark under eyes, then definitely look into trying this. I do 2 little circular motions and then it gives me more than enough product. Anyways, so for concealer I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away concealer in the shade 6. Really like this, although I'm making my way through it really fast, which makes me super sad. But I'm going to use this one because it feels really nice and lightweight on the under eye. It gives me a lovely amount of coverage and I really like the colour, and I feel like this matches me even when I am super tanned and even when I'm not that tanned. So because of that, it is a winner. I'm also going to add a tiny bit just in the centre of the forehead right there. Back in with the sponge and we're just going to start to dab that all out. As I mentioned, I did get to meet Charlotte. I'll pop a little photo right here, me and my new bestie, you know, me and Charlotte, me and Tilbs. And you're just seeing how my under eye looks. Like, bro, where are my under eye bags? Because it's a wedding, we know we're going to be taking a whole bunch of photos. That's why I'm going to go in with the Fenty Pro Filter Loose Powder. So I'm just going in and pressing that in place. Also on the chin, but I might leave a little bit of it on the chin for a while. And also onto the laugh lines. These sort of areas I don't mind leaving a little bit just to sink in. Is I am just going to try and swipe a little bit of that along my jawline. I'm going to add a little bit of shape to the face now, and I'm going to take this palette that I actually made at MAC myself. So when you go to MAC, anyone can do this. You just basically pick your kind of trays that you want. So you could have all of this full with eyeshadow if you wanted to. So I'm going to take this one here. So it's a really nice sort of taupe colour for contouring. I will leave the actual shade to this in the down bar because, as always, I always bloody forget it. Taking a Real Techniques Rebel Edge brush. These are amazing. Start at the back of the ear. I'm going to dab that in, let that go out. A little bit onto the temples. So as you can see, I'm just going underneath the jawline and I'm going to take it right high up here as if I'm going towards the ear. And then, of course, bring that down onto the neck. Then I'm just going to use the brush, whatever's left, and I'm just going to soften and blend out that baking powder just because I don't like to leave the Fenty one on for too long. I'm going to take a Kiko Radiant Fusion Baked Powder. This one is in the shade 06, looks like that. And just buff that onto the skin. Okay, my nose looks a little bit too bronze right now, so I'm going to grab some of the Born This Way loose powder and I'm just going to pop that just along the bridge of the nose. Taking a unicorn brush now. This is one of these really nice sort of thin ones. So I'm just going to go just along the side and then a little bit into the socket bone of the eye. Gonna make sure we blend that out and let it all connect into one. And I'm gonna go back to that MAC palette And then I'm going to take this one. I think it's called Modern Mandarin. I could be wrong, but I think it is. And I'm basically just going to pop that onto this angled brush. I'm going to give it a little bit of a smile. And then we're going to go slightly above. When you smile, your apples of the cheeks are lifted. So instead of applying it here and then letting it drop, go a little bit higher. So when it drops, it doesn't go as low. Around there. So that when it drops, it's still around the apples of the cheeks area. And then this is what it's looking like so far. It's matte in all the right areas. No shine is coming through except for on my cheeks, whereas where I want to keep it. When I go to weddings or I'm a guest at a wedding, I do not apply highlighter everywhere. The only places I will apply highlighter is to this part of my cheeks, brow bone and tear duct. I do not put highlighter on my nose. I do not put highlighter on my cupid's bow. I do not put it on my chin. I do not put it above my eyebrow, because you know what, naturally throughout the day, depending on your skin type, your oils are going to come through, and if you've put highlighter on all these places, the last thing you want is by the end of the day to be looking like an absolute oil mess. So now I just apply highlighter to the main areas that I just want to look lifted, not everywhere. And I know we can all get carried away with a highlighter. I'm guilty of that, trust me. Because the look is going to be really nice and simple, and I have already gone in with that shade, that contour shade, I'm not even going to prime the lids because I've already set that all in place and I'm ready to rock and roll. Going to take the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to go for the shade Burnt Orange to start off with. And we're just going to do circular motion, start doing it just on the outer corner of the eye. Taking Max Nylon, which is this shade here, I'm going to run that just along the brow bone and on the inner part of the tear duct. Grabbing this shade here from the palette. So I just want to pop this shade here just to really open up the eye, but in a subtle way because it's a matte shade. Because you've got the highlight where you need it, you know, you don't need to add it in unnecessary areas. And I'm going back to that shade and I'm doing back and forth motion just to soften that out. Then I'm going to grab a sleek, life-proof metallic eyeliner. This is in a gorgeous nude shade. I'm basically running that just along the waterline, just to open up the eyes even more. When it comes to eyelashes, I say soft and fluttery. So I'm actually going to go for this style here. These are the Faux Mink ones by Doll Lashes. I actually got these from Topshop. What the hell was that? Like, I'll drop anything, you know. Never let me hold any children. Anyways, these are in the style Betsy, and I actually got these the other day when I went shopping with my subscriber. I can't believe I actually got to do that. It's so amazing. If you haven't seen that, that video will be listed down below. I'm going to pop these eyelashes on, and then I'm going to do the other eye. So I'll see you right now. As you can see, I've just applied the eyelashes, and I also did fill in my eyebrows. Now with the eyebrows, I have left them quite natural in a way. I've just kind of filled in the edges and left the front a little bit natural and just run it through. This is what the eyes are looking like, and the eyelashes look super fluffy. Okay, these ears are really ridiculous right now. Okay, I need to take these ears off for a minute because they're kind of going backwards. Ooh, don't ruin my makeup. When it comes to like eye makeup, I feel like you don't want to go too out of your comfort zone. If you end up trying something completely different, and then in years to come, you're going to have to look back at these photos and you're going to be thinking, what was I doing putting that makeup on? Or why did I listen to everyone else and go for a style of makeup that isn't you? So bear in mind what your kind of style of makeup is. If you're very minimal, then stick to minimal, but just glam up a little bit. If you're quite full on, then maybe do it a little bit in a softer version, so that in years to come, you don't look back at these photos and you don't think, what the hell was I thinking, you know? I feel like with eye makeup, it's best to go with something that's gonna age well throughout time. And what I mean by that is the style of makeup. You know, back in the day, people used to have like really thin eyebrows. Now a fuller brow is, you know, a little bit more desirable, and that goes with the same makeup. You know, people used to basically put like grey in the crease and black on the outer corner and stuff like this. I just think it's really important to go with a makeup style that you know is going to be a bit more timeless. Go with what makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel the best. If you wear winged eyeliner every day, then wear winged eyeliner on your wedding. But if you don't wear winged eyeliner every day and you want to do a dramatic wing, maybe think about it, you know? Anyways, I'm going to take this Little Mix lip liner. This one is in the shade Rose Blush. I kind of find it a little bit hard to talk when I do this. The other day, I realised I could get Wagamamas on Deliveroo. I've never been able to get Wagamamas on Deliveroo, and I was so excited. I literally went in. If you guys haven't tried it, try the Bang Bang cauliflower. Just going to go in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it in but leave the centre of the lips bare. The actual nude lipstick I'm going to go for is one by Charlotte Tilbury. We're going to use the shade Nude Cake, which is a gorgeous colour. You guys are going to see it for yourself just like that. So this is the lips at this stage. I'm going to go in with a Rimmel on my gloss, and this one is in the shade Non-Stop Glamour. Love that. So I'm going to put this right into the centre. As you can see, it's a gorgeous pinky nude. It has little gold flecks in there, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to take the Sicilian Notes Kiko mascara, and it's got a really nice thin brush, and it's just really good for your bottom eyelashes. So I'm actually going to start off with my bottom eyelashes, and then I'm going to apply it to my top. So I'm just going to look down here. Don't know if you guys can see that. You know when mascaras are new, that so much product just comes out of it? I actually kind of like it when I've had a mascara for a little while and then it dries up a tiny bit. I'm just going to go onto my eyelashes and take them right at the root. Of course, I'm not going to pull this all the way through because I don't want these eyelashes to look clumpy in any way. I just want them to look stuck together. They gotta have that fluffy vibe, you know what I'm saying? One of my favourite highlighters to use on myself and other people is Becca's Opal. I feel like this is such a gorgeous highlighter and it works on so many skin tones. I'm going to use a Sigma F03 and I'm just going to apply it just onto the higher points. I'm not going to blend this out everywhere like I normally would. Like normally I'd blend it down, bring it up, but we're not going to do that. I feel like with wedding makeup you just want it to be when it hits certain angles, like so. As I mentioned, I don't really like to put highlighter everywhere. I don't really feel like on the bridge of the nose and the cupid's bow and all that is kind of necessary, just because I may not like to put a highlighter everywhere when doing, you know, bridal or bride guest makeup. It doesn't mean that other people can't, you know, everyone has their own opinions, and that's the best thing about makeup. Like you may love green on your eyes and some other people may detest it, but guess what, it's your face and you can do whatever the hell you want. I've just taken those ears off, and I did want to say, if you are doing a bride's makeup or you're doing your own makeup, you're a guest, anything like that, make sure you set your makeup in place. Like this is so important. It's going to be a long day, you need to set it in place. I've got the Pixie one here, and then I've also got the new Urban Decay one. Urban Decay for me is kind of like a classic. I always rely on this one. I don't need to set my makeup in place personally right now because I haven't got a long day ahead of me, so I'm not going to waste my sprays. But if I was actually going to a wedding right now, then I definitely would set them in place. And just like that, I'm ready to attend my wedding. What do we think? I actually lent this out of my mum. It's actually massive. I've never been the one to wear these big sort of things to weddings, but I just thought it looked good for like the ending of the video. Like, oh my god, congratulations. Let me just chuck some confetti on you. But I just thought for the video, you know, it really sets the scene. Hopefully you guys have been able to take something from this tutorial, whether you're going to a wedding or you're going to be doing someone else's makeup. Hopefully you've picked up a few things and it's inspired you to do it. Anyways, I am actually going to love and leave you now, and I will see you very soon in my next video. The ice cream man. What did I say in my glowing get rid of me?